Fantastic. So I am going to be sharing something with you that's really important. Let me just move this forward so I've got the green screen going. I'm still off. I know it's just delayed. So I have had a really great conversation with a friend yesterday, and I thought, this is really important for me to share the relevance of this with you as well. So I'm going to wait for a few seconds just to let everybody come on. Hi, Christy. I adore you. You're so eager for me when I come on live. You like search for me in the inbox and everything else as well. I'm not always like as timely as I hope to be. Sometimes the technical stuff delays me a little bit, or so I am coming, but I do appreciate you very much for your eagerness and for your chasing me up, because you become an incredible source of energy to help facilitate what comes through with me as well. So really excited to bring a few more people on. This was a spontaneous live. I've just come off my training, and Christy, you were on the live training with me in the Awakened Soul program, which kicked off today. It's a 6-week boot camp for a spiritual awakening, healing, and manifesting. Just drop a word or two if you were on that call with me inside the paid coaching live group, training group. Drop a comment or two below about what that experience is like for you off day one, day one, week one. It is officially closed for this group, though. If there's anyone that wants to sneak in last minute, you can send me a message and I will look at getting you in through the back door. But today is the cutoff day, because it is really a very special community. We have 33 people in there already, and it's Christy says PHUC nominal. That's using the F-bomb expletive to pronounce the amazingness of it. Awesome. Yeah, we went for actually nearly 2 hours today, and we did an incredible energy transformation, a healing with one of the participants that affected and impacted everybody else in the group as well. So that was awesome. But I wanted to share on this conversation with you specifically so that you can take away something from this conversation that I had yesterday with a friend of mine who, I've got this image up here. What's a program? Wanted to be able to really connect with, why is it so important to look at what's been going on? What has been going on? What has been in the happening in the dark? And, in a sense, we need to be shining light on it, because like when, cockroaches live in the festy dark corners, and when you shine light on them, they scatter and run, right? But here's the key thing. We have been in this program in the, I'm just going to stop the screen share there so I come on board here. So we have been in the matrix, really trained to look, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, right? Which essentially is connecting us to the program of look away, don't say anything, silence, and pretend that you don't hear anything. And therefore, don't be accountable or calling into account anything that's been going on. Those of you that are waking up or have been watching and going onto your own research, this is all about you opening up your mind, learning to be the critical thinker, opening up your heart so that you become an energy field and allowing the life force energy to flow through you and not be harvested off you, but you harness and master your own energy. But the thing is, if we've been trained to look away from, to don't listen in, to don't speak up, then essentially we have been conditioned in the program of participating in allowing that to perpetuate in the dark, right? And so a friend of mine who was asking me, well, gosh, do you have to really look at it all? And my answer is yes. And it's not to perpetuate it, it's to eliminate it. Because when we call it into action and we see what it is, we're now making new choices. We're saying, absolutely not. I'm not allowing you to distract me or anyone else that I can participate influencing with the illusions and the delusions and the layers of deception. See, my friend said, I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be able to, look at where I'm going, and I just want to get on and do the things that I'm doing. I don't want to have to look at all of that. Well, my answer to that is, if you don't know what they have been doing, then you are caught up into the false deception of the program, and you're making choices that you think you're making choices, but they're based on the illusion of what they're projecting for you to choose from. And unless you know the truth, you're not going to be able to actually make really empowered choices. You'll have the perception of making choices, but you won't be. So to free yourself from being the slave of that system, you need to look at it, call it for what it is, and reclaim your power so that you can make new choices moving forward. A big part of that conversation yesterday really was rooted in, well, what can I really do about it? I can't do anything to make any changes with that. And my answer to that one was, as well, it's not about what you do so much, it's who you be. See, the thing that has been hijacked the most is our perception and our heart field energy. And we have been trained and conditioned to program to believe that we have to do, be, have. But no, the truth is we be, then we have, or we take the action, we do, and then we have the experiences that we're calling into our manifestation. So we create our reality first and foremost with our thoughts. But if we're distracted in a false illusion, thinking that we're making free will choices in an illusion, the deception, the layers of deception, then we're not actually creating anything new. We're creating according to the program and facilitated by somebody else, external powers, that is using your energy to be able to create what they want you to create. Does that make sense? Whereas when you're awake and you're aware to what's going on, you get to call it for what it is. You also become, most importantly, aware of how powerful of a spiritual being that you are. We all are. And that's the thing that scares them the most, because one of us awake, in a fully awakened state, is more powerful than all of them in their non-creative beingness and their psychopathic ways. They can't create. They mimic. They're parasitic. Do you understand that? Hey, Tessa. Hey, Sue. Lovely. Sue says, how will it change it or stop it if we don't confront it? Exactly. Right? Because then you wake up and you say, hang on a second, I'm taking my power back. I'm going to be using my thoughts and setting very clear intentions, locking my attention on the intention and creating the most beautiful, peaceful, gorgeous, harmonious, healthy, abundant, rich, serving of all humanity experience. You need to unplug from the matrix in order to do that. And so I really wanted to pop on in and just give you a short little connection with that, and maybe really to link in the power of how we make the shifts from thought first. Part of the matrix, the 3D reality, is all about keeping you separated, keeping you in a sense of significance. Like, you've got to play a significant role in order to be valuable. You've got to be, people get attached to the matrix because they want certainty, security. They want to feel safe. So they give away their power to institutions, powers that be, other people, relationships, family, friends. Don't give your power away to anyone, including to me. Don't believe anything and everything that I say. Listen, consider it, but use your own internal wisdom and your power to really step into a place of really understanding, connecting with the all-knowing. How do you do that? Well, you remember that you're a divine spiritual being having a human experience. Let me share something with you that I shared in the group today in the Awakened Soul program, which is the training boot camp. Like, as I mentioned at the beginning of the call, if you missed it, it is closed officially, but if you want to sneak in today, you can have a conversation with me privately and I'll get you in through the back door. We have 33 amazing souls in there right now, and you can join us. But one of the things to remind you and connect you that we are all connected, and that when we shift our thoughts, we have a positive influence with all of humanity. Think of yourself right now standing at the edge of the beach, facing the ocean, and in your hand you have a bucket, an empty bucket. Now, in your mind's eye, scoop up and fill that bucket Scoop up the ocean's water and put it in the bucket. Now, what's in the bucket? Do you call it ocean or do you call it water? We call it water, right? But just a moment ago, it was the ocean. And that bucket represents your body, your container. What's in the bucket, the water, is your soul. And in the ocean is the collective consciousness of all humanity. We're all part of the same collective. But when we're in a container, we can get caught up in this illusion that we're separate and that we're not significant or we're insignificant. We don't have any power. That is the greatest lie ever. And it's designed to keep us detached and unplugged from the truth of who we really are. Your thoughts influence me. My thoughts influence you. The question is, are you having high vibrating, intentional, empowering thoughts for all of humanity? Or are you allowing yourself to be plugged into the system, the matrix of fear, doubt, worry, resentment, jealousy, rage, anger, and caught up in that which only feeds that system? It is time now. We are in the most extraordinary shift of humanity. It's happening. The question is, are you going to be on the board for the acceleration of this journey, or are you going to resist it? It's time now to focus 100% with all your energy, all your attention, and all your soul commitment, and every level of commitment possible that you can muster, to make sure that your attention is on your intention of where we're moving forward to, not on the fear-mongering and all the crazy agendas and stories, which, by the way, it's fantastic that that's all coming out. Don't let it cause you to wobble and go into fear, because then that puts you at effect of their power. Don't give your power away like that. But it is wonderful because they're disclosing everything. They're disclosing their agenda. They're making it so visible so that even those who are slow to wake up, there's evidence and proof to see, oh my gosh, now we get it, right? So don't let all of that fear-mongering get you into a wobble. That would be you giving away your power. Recognize for what it is, that it's full disclosure. They're being exposed for the full gamut and landscape of the stupidity of what they thought that they could do to hijack humanity. It's all coming out, folks. We're in the beautiful age. Yes, we're in the beautiful golden age. We are moving into an accelerated experience with all of humanity is shifting into a higher dimension of who we are. And in order to do that, we have to let go of who we're really not. That programming. And it's going to be a little uncomfortable, a little sticky, a little icky, but that's why there are so many of us already awake and enlightening the path for you to be able to have that accelerated experience. It's not going to take years to move through all the shifts and the betrayal and the lies and the deceit and some of the pain. It'll be a little uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. But the thing is, in that discomfort, you're going to experience a whole new version of yourself. And the quicker that you allow yourself to be in that, the most gorgeous of an experience you'll have with it as well. I really wanted to jump on here and just remind you that looking at that dark stuff doesn't make you dark. In fact, when you shine the light on that, it actually integrates all aspects of yourself and all of humanity, and you become a bigger, brighter version of yourself, able to be able to bring in more healing, more awakening, and more manifesting, not just for you, but for all of humanity. So I'm inviting you to look at that stuff, but look at it from a higher level, not from a fear-based level of, I can't do anything about it. That feels really icky and it's horrible and nasty and yuck. And it is, right? On a human level, but on a higher level, it's actually here for our greater awakening. It's here for our purpose. It's here for our choice. It's here for us to say, I'm being the biggest version of myself, the brightest version of myself. Are you in? Are you joining that? Are you going to decide now to lock your whole attention onto creating peace, love, prosperity, abundance, harmony, unity, healing? There is energy healings and energy tools, technologies, and medical technologies that haven't even been fully disclosed yet. And Most people can't even imagine it because it hasn't been part of their field yet, but these are kind of like, they're old because they've been around for a long time. They've just been hidden from the most of us on the planet. I want you to shift your attention onto what else is possible instead of locking yourself in, oh, people are going to be all in trauma and this and that. Stop the story. That story doesn't serve, and it's fear-mongering, and it doesn't serve you to raise yourself up, or it doesn't serve anyone else. So moving your energy into power questions. What else is possible? What am I not yet aware of that when I become aware of it will make all of the difference? That's a great question, because now your brain, which is connected to all that is, it's the most incredible computer on the planet. No one can mimic it. No one can overpower it, because it is the most amazing divine creation that is bringing in all this information. It's time to own it and reclaim it back. Don't let it be hijacked and have your perception distorted. Come back into your full power and ask your soul to reveal to you, what is it that I'm not yet aware of, that when I become aware of it will make all of the difference? What does my soul need to know right now in this moment for me to take the next best quantum leap forward? What else is possible for not just me to heal, but for all of humanity to heal? What if when I heal, I set the intention that that healing creates that ripple effect of healing in all of humanity as well? And vice versa. When someone else has that healing, we're all impacted. How powerful is that? That's where I'm inviting you to send your energy to. Unhook from all the programs of the old paradigm and shifting into a new way of being, because this is an exciting time. Awesome. I'm so grateful for those of you that have popped on the spontaneous live to join me. I hope this has been of amazing value. Tag people in. I'll be putting this on YouTube, so if you want to share it, you can share this one as well on your pages or with your circle of influence. Please spread the love. Be love. Be the light. We are in extraordinary times. We are safe. I want you to just root yourself into that. We are safe. So now that you know that you are safe, what are you now going to create? What are you now going to create? There is so much amazingness about to be revealed. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. I'm extraordinarily excited. But I know that I don't even need to tell you, because I know you can feel it, can't you? You can feel it. There's not words to articulate the energy in the field right now of how our light bodies are fully ascending into a transformation. Enjoy the ride and create anew. Set your intention into just complete, pure, unconditional love for self and for others. And I invite you to spread that. Let that be the love virus that takes over all of planet Earth. Let that be the thing that you put your attention on, your focus on. Let that love, unconditional love, be what you talk about, what you communicate, what you set your intentions with. Let love heal you and all of humanity, and also let love rise everybody up into the next level of beautiful way of being. Much love, light, and manifesting lots of magic and miracles through that love.